Excuse me. All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the GMS who rule well, and also honor and salutation to those of you who are of the hopeful elect and who are out there teaching the word in sincerity and truth. All right, so today I wanted to talk about a video I had come across on my news feed again. Some Catholic priest. The title of the video is why be a Catholic and not just Christian, and he goes into a couple of things in the show that he did, but excuse me, he goes into a couple of things, but I wanted to address the main thing that he was saying in the video. And basically what he said was that the Catholic Church is the authority in the scriptures, and the Catholic Church has the ability to if something's not written in the scriptures that they can't reference, then they have the authority and ability to give you the right answer given to them by the Lord. Okay. So to that I say the Catholic Church doesn't have the authority to teach these scriptures. First and foremost, the authority was given to our elder apostles at GMS. From the elder apostles on down, we are the ones that have the authority on the scriptures. All right, not the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is nothing more than a tool to further confuse people regarding the scriptures. And I'll say this: as I was watching this video, as I listened to it, it's an 8-minute video, but as I was listening to it, I was like, you see, this is what has people so confused when it comes to the scriptures. Teachers like this, and comments that he made like that. These are the things that got people confused about what's in the scriptures. It's not the scriptures themselves, but the people who decide to call themselves the authority. But the authority are the men of the Lord that you see on the highways and byways teaching the truth. All right. So I'm going to show the video. I'm not going to show too much of it. I probably won't even play it. I'll just show you what I was watching. You can go look at it if you want. Here's the video here. This Edomite. Like I said, it just popped up on my news feed. I wasn't looking for this guy, but it popped up. So now that it has, I'll probably watch the rest of these and do responses to these too. But yeah, this is the guy here. It says, why be Catholic and not just Christian? And again, like I said, the gist of it was, the point he was making was that the Catholic Church has the authority. When the Lord Yahushai said to Peter that he would establish the kingdom on that stone, on him, that was the Catholic Church being formed. But I'm going to go into the scriptures and show you that that's not the case. All right. So the first thing I want to touch on is the word Catholic. Okay, because by definition, the word shows you that if the word Catholic and the word authority, or the word Catholic and the word I don't know what else to even say. Catholic and authority doesn't go together, right? Because the word Catholic itself goes against what the scriptures are, which is order, which is one way of doing things. Matter of fact, let me write this down because I'll forget. I'll go to that scripture after. Bear with me for a second. All right, so the word Catholic again goes against everything that the scriptures are. Again, it's about order. It's about one way of doing things, one doctrine, one body, right? But the word Catholic or Catholicism teaches opposite of that, right? So I looked up the word. I'll go back to Google and look it up again. Actually, I could just let's do it like this. Yeah. Catholic. Okay. It says including a wide variety of things, all embracing. Her tastes are pretty Catholic. All right. So some synonyms: universal, diverse, diversified, wide, broad base, eclectic, liberal, latitudinarian, and more. Let's see what else is it. Comprehensive, all encompassing, all embracing, all inclusive, right? So I want to look up some of these synonyms here. So universal, of affecting or done by all people or things in the world or in a particular group, applicable to all cases, denoting a proposition in which something is asserted of all of a class, denoting or relating to a grammatical rule, set of rules, or other linguistic feature that is found in all languages. See, it's not giving me what I want, but when you go to the etymology, let's see if it has it down here. Sometimes they give a good etymology down here. All right, I don't see. All right, so when you go into the the etymology, matter of fact, I'll do it over here. Do it like this. I'll go back to this. Universal. When you go to the etymology of this word universal, okay, show you something right here. Okay, it says pertaining to the whole of something specified, occurring everywhere, from Old French universal, general, universal, from Latin universalis, of or belonging to all, from universus, all together, whole, entire, universe. In mathematics, a universal joint is one which allows free movement in any direction. You see that? So think of that, right? It says that it's a universal joint is one which allows free movement in any direction, right? So that sounds like Satanism to me. Free movement in any direction, right? Wasn't Aleister Crowley's famed quote saying do as thou wilt, free, be free to do whatever you want to do? That sounds like Satanism, right? So it's no coincidence that the word Catholic has references into some of those same sayings that Satanism uses. Okay, but it didn't break the word down the way I thought it would. I think they're changing a lot of this online etymology dictionary. But when you break the word down, uni, right, means one, right? That's where you get the word unit from, right? And verse means to turn, right? So to turn into one. So when you take a deeper look into Catholicism, which I'll go back to that word right now. Catholic, actually, I'll do it like that. When you look into it, you'll notice in Catholicism there's several gods, right, which the scriptures speak against, right? You got first of all, they teach you to worship Mary, right? Teach you to worship Mary. They teach you to worship Dagon, right? The fish god, which I'll get into a little bit here, right? They teach you to worship. Well, I said Mary already, but if you know anything about ancient religion and ancient history, Mary is nothing more than an incarnation of Semiramis, or Isis, right? Is all or Diana, like they spoke about in the book of Acts, right? So here it is. This is a religion that's supposed to be godly, supposed to be heavenly, but there already, before we even get into anything, you see the word Catholic and you see what the Catholic religion is allowing. You'll see that it's not at all biblical. Okay, so it says here of the doctrines of ancient church. of the ancient church, before the East-West schism, literally universally accepted from French catholique, from Church Latin catholicus, universal, general, from Greek katholikos, from phrase kath, holu, on the whole, in general, from kata, about. Okay, so this is the part I wanted to read, this entry here. It says medieval Latin catholicus was practically synonymous with Christian and meant constituting or conforming to the church, its faith and organization, as opposed to local sects or heresies, with capital C applied by Protestants to the church in Rome circa 1554 after the Reformation began. Generally, sense of embracing all, right? So what does that mean? Homosexuality, right? Lesbianism, right? Cross-dressing, women ruling over the household, children being wild and crazy. They embrace it all. Okay, it means just that. There is no twist in that. When you embrace all that means everything. Okay. It says universal in English is from 1550s, meaning not narrow-minded or bigoted. Okay, keep that in mind. Not narrow-minded or bigoted. Now let's see what the scriptures say about being narrow. Okay, it says, oh shit, Esau done fucked up now. You know, fucked up now. I'm just gonna write this down because I'll forget. Okay. All right. So I want to go to Matthew's. I want to show you something since I was reading that definition. Matthew 7:13. Okay. So here's what the scriptures say. Okay. It says this, Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. You see? And many there be which go in thereat. Okay? So when you look up that word Catholic again, let's go back. You look up that word Catholic again, including a wide variety of things, all embracing, wide, broad. You see? What does the scripture say? Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat. Okay? So let's look up this word straight, right? Stenos. All right, let's play it.
Strong's G 4728. Stenos.
Oh, stenos. I knew that.
Stenos.
Narrow or straight. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what the root gives us. Right. Stand, establish. It says to cause or to make, to stand, to place, put, set, to bid, to stand by, set up, in the presence of others, in the midst, before judges, before members of the Sanhedrin, to place, to make firm, fix, establish, to cause a person or thing to keep his or its place, to stand, keep intact. Okay? Of family or a kingdom, to escape in safety, to establish a thing, cause it to stand, to uphold or sustain the authority or force of anything, to set or place in a balance, to weigh money to one, because in very early times before the introduction of coinage, the metals used to be weighed, to stand by or near, okay, of the foundation of a building. See? So, in other words, right, in order for you to, this damn thing, I got this thing too high. Bear with me for a second here. I'm trying to, it won't let me do it. Let me from this side. Nope. So, when you see this here, see if I can go back. I'm fucking up here. Okay, so you start to understand that's what the word straight means. All right. So it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Okay, so let's look at this next verse. It says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. You see? But if you look at Catholic, right, it says it means not narrow-minded or bigoted, right? But the Lord said you should be narrow. Your thought should be narrow. Matter of fact, here's the scripture the other scripture I was thinking of. I'll keep that one. I'll go here and do it like this. Yep, this is Matthew 6:22. It says, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. Right? Because anytime you do something in a straight way, and not meaning straight as in a straight line, but straight as in a position of difficulty, the thing is done at a higher level. You come out on the other end stronger. Right? When you think of a laser, right? A laser is nothing more than light that is restricted to only be able to be exposed to a small opening. Okay? Which makes the heat go get higher to heat the rays, right? It makes it to be brighter because it's all concentrated into one small opening. You see? So this is an example of that. Okay? To be straight, to be focused, right? But Catholicism says you can come in any old kind of way. Even when you go to Baptist church, what do they say? Come one, come all, But nah, the scriptures ain't about that. Don't the scriptures say, matter of fact, it says here, this is Matthew 22:14, for many are called, but few are chosen. You see? It's because this thing of ours, this calling of ours, is like a casting call, right? When you're looking for people to play characters in a movie, right? Anybody who has an agent comes out to the casting call, right? But only certain people get selected for those roles that are in that movie. There's only a certain amount of roles or castings that a movie has, man. A story has, and the same thing goes with this story. There's only 144 places, 144,000 spaces to be filled. Okay, and of course the 1/3. All right. And to get back to the point, they are the authority. Okay, not the Catholic Church. Okay, so again, as you watch this video here, I'm not gonna play it, but as you watch it, you'll hear him try to make the point that the Catholic Church is what the Lord established when He was here. He was establishing the church. When it says church, it meant the Catholic Church, which is stupid, right? Because wouldn't He say that? Wouldn't He say, "In this church shall be the Catholic Church," or if not Catholic, a word similar to it? But as I just read, from the Lord Himself, right? From the Lord Himself in Matthew the 7th chapter, that you are to go into the straight gate and not the wide gate, which is what Catholic means. You see? So what he doesn't know is that the church is talking about the nation of Israel, right? Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this right here. Let's see what this gives us. Church. Let's see. Bear with me for a second here. Church definition: a building used for public Christian worship. That's not what I want. Let's see. Let's go to the etymology. See what that gives me. Okay. It says this. Let's see what we get here. I'm looking for something in particular. Bear with me for a minute. I'm just trying to skim through this. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting somewhere now. So when you look here, right? It says Old English, Serici, Serci, place of assemblage set aside for Christian worship, the body of Christian believers, Christians collectively, ecclesiastical authority or power. So the word I want to focus on is this one right here, ecclesiastical. Okay, so let's see something real quick. I'll show you something. Okay. See that? Church. What does that say? Ecclesia, right? Which is this word here. Ecclesiastical. This is the English rendition of that word, right? When you look here, you get ecclesia. Let me play it so you can hear it.
Strong's G 1577. Ecclesia.
Mm-hmm.
Ecclesia.
Right? A gathering of citizens called out from their homes into public place and assembly. An assembly of the people convened at the public place of the council for the purpose of deliberating. The assembly of the Israelites. I didn't even know it said that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The assembly of the Israelites. You see that? You see? That's what the church is. Not some Catholic Pope and all that bullshit. That ain't the church. The church is the calling of the nation of Israel to come back together as one nation again. That's what the church was. That's what was being handed to Peter, because I'm gonna show you. I want to show you this, okay? Because there's a reason why the keys were given to Peter. There's a reason, okay? So let me read this. Any gathering or throng of men assembled by chance, tumultuously, in a Christian sense, an assembly of Christians gathered to worship in a religious meeting, right? So this is going to go into something else, but this is what I wanted right here. The assembly of the Israelites. So I want to show you something, right? So let me see. What scripture was that? What I was reading there? Peter. Actually, I'm in it. I think I'm in it. Let me see. Yeah. This is Matthew 16:18. It says, "And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." So why was Peter the guy, right? Why was Peter the guy? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Peter is David in the reincarnation. Okay. Now I know for you Catholics and Christians out there, and some of you Israelites, that's too much to handle. But Peter is the King David coming back. That's why he was given the keys to the kingdom, right? Because when you go here to Amos, right? Amos 9 and 11. Listen to what it says. It says, "And that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old." You see? So it was given to Peter because that's him. This is David's tabernacle. This is his nation under the Lord Yahushua, of course. You see? So when you now let me show you something, right? Because it says you close up the breaches thereof, right? So I want to show you that the calling, that's what the calling is. The nation of Israel coming back as a nation. What is it? I think it's Ephesians 2:11. It says, "Wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without the Most High in the world. But now in Hamashiach Yahushai, ye who sometimes were afar off are made nigh by the blood of Yahushai. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us." You see? "Having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, and making peace, and that he might reconcile both unto the Most High in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby, and came and preached peace to you which were afar off, and to them that were nigh. For through him we both have access by one Spirit into the Father." So that's the closing of the breaches, man. So when you see church in the New Testament, when you see that word, it was a calling out to the nation of Israel to be one nation again. Okay? To be one nation. That man that came down to die for these breaches to be sewn up is going to be the one to lead us into the kingdom. He's going to be the one that leads us back to the Father as one nation. Okay? That's what that calling was for, man. Okay? So that's it, man. That's all I had. I just wanted to touch on that. Again, I'll probably fuck with this guy for a little while. Look like he be putting up a lot of shit. He got more videos up than Nathaniel 7. This guy's putting in work. So I'm gonna look at these, man, and write a couple things down, Lord's will, and do a couple more shows about it, or on it, or on him, or whatever. And then I'll move on to the next thing. But again, that's all I had, man. Hopefully that was edifying. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakag Wadash. I'm forever grateful, for being allowed to take part in this truth, for being allowed to, see the things that I've seen, to be allowed to experience the things that I've experienced, and to be a part of the end, man. Being a part of, seeing Esau fall, and I pray that I sustain until that very last, where I'm on the chariot and I could see, the flames of this place, man. I pray that I could see that. Also, I'd like to give double honors to the elder apostles of GMS who rule well. They through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they've given us the tools to teach this word, as I always say. Because of them, we know how to operate as men, not only in this truth, but in our everyday lives, man. Because this truth is not just the Bible. It is our heritage. It's our culture. So how we walk every day is the truth. How we walk every day, is it's in us. This truth is in us, and that was taught to us by those men, the elder apostles at GMS. Some brothers may not have the opportunity to be around them as much as I have in my tenure here in the truth, and I'm grateful for it, man. Because of them, I've grown so much in my life, and I'm grateful. And also honor and salutation to those of you who are of the hopeful elect, who have taken the torch, so to say, and gone out there and taught to the best of your ability, man. Bless you for those of you who can see the end is near. Bless you For those of you who can see that and feel like you need to increase and continue on. So with that, I know I said a lot at the end there, but I just wanted to say what was on my mind. So with that, again, I'll say shalom, and until the next time.